Many German learners and German teachers will tell you that watching movies or TV shows or even YouTube videos in German can help you to learn German. What they don't tell you is how to do this so you actually get something out of it instead of just mindlessly staring at the subtitles. In this video, I'm going to tell you my tips for German learners so you don't just watch movies, TV shows, or YouTube videos in German, but you actually bend them to meet your language learning goals. While you're watching this video, hop on down to the comments section and let me know what you're watching to boost your German skills. Let's see if we can get a great list of recommendations for German learners down in the comments. Once you have the basics of the German language out of the way, maybe you've watched my beginner German course or you bought my ebook for beginners, I think it's very important that you absorb as much naturally spoken German as possible. Watch German films, TV shows, and YouTube videos, etc. Choose them based on your goals, interests, and vocabulary that you need to learn. One of the worst things that you can do is just search for Learn German videos on YouTube and randomly click whichever one sounds good that day. I'm sure these videos are great, but that's not our goal for this. We want something that is authentic, but also entertaining, engaging, and above all, goal-oriented. If you need to learn vocabulary about school, watch a movie about school in German. If you're trying to learn kitchen vocabulary, watch cooking shows in German. Do you want to become a doctor in Germany? Watch a German doctor TV show. I know they're all over the top and exaggerated, but you're not watching it so that you can learn how to be a doctor. You're watching it because the authentic vocabulary is there and you can hear how someone might talk in a German hospital. If you're looking to pass a German proficiency exam, look at the topics that are expected to be on the exam and use those to guide your viewing. You know that A2 exam is going to have something on there about work life. Watch The Office in German or Office Space in German. It's full of office vocabulary. They talk about things that they did in the past also, which is also helpful for the A2 exam. And on top of all of that, Office Space is a fantastic film and The Office is a fantastic series. You know that daily vocabulary shows up on every proficiency test at every level, so go back and watch the entire series of Friends in German. It's funny, and Chandler's voice is ridiculous in German. The main perk is that they talk about everyday life every single episode. It's literally just whatever they're doing in their lives that day. Any of these kinds of shows are perfect for learning about daily vocabulary in German. Obviously, you don't have to pick an American show and watch that with the German dubbed version. Ideally, you would find a German show that shows you life in Germany. Maybe Das Leben der Anderen or Dark. Both of these are great for daily vocabulary, but Dark is definitely higher level German as they're talking about time travel theories and alternate universes. I recommend C1 at the very least for Dark. You can leave your suggestions for shows in the comments down below. Before you watch anything, I recommend making a list of vocabulary that is likely to show up on whatever it is that you're watching. Read the plot summary from Wikipedia in German. Can you understand what the plot is without looking up any of the words? If so, you should be good to go. If not, make note of the words that you don't know and make a list. Maybe add related words after you're done so that they go with those other words. If you followed my recommendation a few weeks ago of getting this book Mastering German Vocabulary, a thematic approach, you can look up the topic of the film and see what recommended vocabulary it suggests to go with that topic. Whatever you're watching, don't just watch it. You should take notes along the way. With each viewing, take notes on vocabulary and phrasing that you want to learn. If something stands out with grammar that you don't quite understand, find out more about that topic. You can Google the sentence or part of the sentence that you don't know why it did what it did. Maybe you saw something that looked dative, but you don't know why. Well, Google it and see what you come up with. You can also search on Stack Exchange, which is linked in the description. I find a lot of answers to a lot of random German grammar questions there, and their users are very knowledgeable. Take notes on new words that you want to be able to use later. Use your notes to make flashcards to help you practice the vocabulary. It's also helpful to write down the sentences that they were used in on your flashcards so that you can see them in context. You can always start by writing down the phrase or sentence to begin with, and then looking up the parts later when you have more time or it's just more convenient. Don't be afraid to push the pause button on your video, movie, or TV show. You're using this as an educational tool, and this is often necessary so that you can take notes, jot something down that you didn't understand, or even let your brain have a break so you can go get more ice cream. This is also a great way to practice your pronunciation. When you hear something that you might want to add to your list, try saying it out loud as you write it down so that you can practice that while you're making your list. Never, under any circumstances, just watch a video once. Normal people can't memorize an entire movie or TV show in one viewing. While this isn't really our goal here, there is definitely something that you will pick up on the second or third viewing that you didn't on the first. First, I would watch it without any subtitles whatsoever. This will be your true test of your listening comprehension, and it will also allow you to actually appreciate what you're watching for the art that it is. Next, watch it again with German subtitles. This will help you pick up on those words that you weren't quite sure if it was that word or that word. For the third viewing, watch it with your native language subtitles. This will help you check your comprehension and make sure that you didn't mistake anything that you thought you heard in the video but wasn't actually there. While I'm not going to give you specific recommendations for what to watch in this video, I will give you one major tip. Watch things that you've already seen in English. This will supersede the comprehension of your first viewing. When you know the context of the movie already, you can build your vocabulary before watching it in German. You already know what they're saying, so you can translate in your head, or not at all, instead of relying on the subtitles. Obviously, you like the film well enough to watch it in English, so when you watch it in German, you'll still be entertained, and this is often important for keeping your interest on the topic at hand. My last tip for you is specific to Netflix. There is a Google Chrome extension called Language Learning with Netflix. It's probably one of the best extensions ever made, besides maybe Adblock. It allows you to watch Netflix films with 2 sets of subtitles at the same time. You can also pause it at the end of each subtitle line. Click on a word in the subtitles and it will show you the dictionary entry for it. If you right-click on a word, you can save it for later. You can even slow down the speed of the video. Seriously, this is a game changer for language learners who want to learn via Netflix. Link in the description for that extension. Now that you know how to watch German videos, write down your recommendations in the comments for TV shows, movies, and YouTube videos or series to watch. I look forward to reading your suggestions. Das ist alles für heute. Danke fürs Zuschauen. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss!